is outside. The fire is burning, there's nowhere to hide. And I won't say it anymore. Break through the silence. I can feel the energy rising. Turn up the sound. To be quiet.
right at the very start. Hands on each other, couldn't stand to be far apart. Closer the better. Now we're picking fights and slamming doors, magnifying all our flaws. And I wonder why, wonder what for, why we keep coming back for more. Is it just our bodies? Are we both losing our minds? Is the only reason you're holding me tonight 'cause we're scared to be lonely? Do we need somebody just to feel like we're alright? Is the only reason you're holding me tonight? We're scared to be lonely. Too much time losing track of us. Where was the real? Undefined, spiraling out of touch. Forgot how it feels. All the messed up fights and slamming doors, magnifying all our flaws. And I wonder why, wonder what for. It's like we keep coming back for more. Is it just our bodies? Are we both losing our minds? Is the only reason you're holding me tonight? We're scared to be
When every hour could be the last, why would we wait? Why would we wait? And every road could be unsafe, but we'll be okay. We'll make it. We'll make it. It's just who we are. Say where to go, and I know that I won't slow down. It's just who we are. Yeah, we will do anything we dream about. How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
from, the dreams we have, the love we share. This is what we're waiting for. And in my mind, in my head, this is where we all came from. The dreams we have, the love we share. This is what we're waiting for.
One song, one vibration. Universe, one song, one vibration. Universe, one song, one vibration. One universe, one song, one vibration. One life, one love, one nation. One universe, one song, one vibration. One life, one love, one nation. One universe, one song, one vibration. One life, one love, one nation. One universe, one song, one vibration. One life, one love, one nation.
I know she'll be the death of me. At least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me. The worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. But I love it.
Worship on the dance floor, 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 the
And it goes something like goes something like. And it goes something like. And it goes something like.
Well, there's a will, there's a way, kinda beautiful. And every night has its day, so magical. And if there's love in this life, there's no obstacle that can't be defeated. For every tyrant to tear for the vulnerable. In every loss, all the bones of a miracle. For every dreamer, a dream we're unstoppable. With something to believe in. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with hoping. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love. Thank the stars it's Friday. I'm burning like a fire gone wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be coming to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love to come around. We are one of a kind, irreplaceable. How did I get so blind and so cynical? If there's love in this life, we're unstoppable. No, we can't be defeated. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with hoping. Wednesday my empty arms were open. Thursday waiting for love, waiting for love to come around.
put my mind to rest. 2 times click and I'm acting low. A pound of weed in a bag of gold. I can feel your love pulling me up from the underground. I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just part-time lovers. I can feel your touch picking me up from the underground. I don't need my drugs. We could be more than just part-time lovers. We can be more than just part-time lovers.
If I have to go, please don't tell me when. Need a little more time. I hope you understand. Like a guardian, you're watching over me through the depths of my own despair. I look up to the sky and I find my peace. I know you'll be there. So, starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. If I ever drift away, won't you be there? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. To the end of time, make me feel safe. Oh, I just need you next to me. Starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. Starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. I see you through the clouds. I feel you when it rains. You'll never walk out, even on my darkest days. Like a guardian, you're watching over me through the depths of my own despair. I look up to the sky and I find my peace. I know you'll be there. So, starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. If I ever drift away, won't you be there? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. To the end of time, make me feel safe. Oh, I just need you next to me. Starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. Starlight, won't you lead the way down this river? Keep me afloat, keep me afloat. Keep me afloat. on during this time. I feel there's no one to save me. This all and nothing really got away, you're driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall. Yeah, you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I'm going under in this time. I fear there's no one to turn to. This all and nothing way of loving, gonna be sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to hear, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall. Yeah, you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your sound till I go back around. For now the day breaking, need to say what's wrong. So many smiles you've seen me faking, on and on. It's been a long time coming, but it wasn't for nothing. Soul searching for something, for something. I'm down on my knees in the dust, I scream from the top of my lungs. I found my way back to a higher ground. Yeah, I just wanna feel alive, deep in my bones. I know I'm not there, but I'm close. I found my way back to a higher ground. Yeah, I just wanna feel alive with you. 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 Yeah, I just wanna feel alive with you, you. Yeah, I just wanna feel alive with you, you. Yeah, I just wanna feel alive with you.
Kill the demons of my mind ever since you came around. We a river running wild. How could I have been so blind? I just live a fast life, forget about the past. I numb out to escape my fears. Friendships only pass by, show up gone like strobe lights. With you I feel something real. And I walk a million miles just to see you smile till the day I die. Oh, I need you by my side. We get high on life till the day we die. 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 And I walk a million miles just to see you smile till the day I die. High on life till the day we die. Through my fingers, out of sight. How could I have let you go? Cutting corners, turning stones, but I can only see your ghost. I just live a fast life, forget about the past. I numb out to escape my fears. Friendships only pass by, show up gone like strobe lights. With you I feel something real. And I walk a million miles just to see you smile till the day I die. Oh, I need you by my side. We get high on life till the day we die. thoughts of a closing door. No hope, even in my dreams. And my heart was a losing war. But you came in peace. In my mind, I was running out of time, counting hours. In the night, I was looking for a sign. Then I found you. You're the sunlight in the falling rain. You're the fire when it's cold and gray. Feel like summer on a winter's day. You're my shelter in a hurricane. Feel like summer on a winter's day. You're my shelter in a hurricane. Feel like summer on a winter's day. You're my shelter in a hurricane. It's so cold on the other side. It's so dark, but you still can't hide. And I know that I had to go through it all to find a missing piece.